What's up, everybody? The world in which you live is not as it is, it's as you are. In today's episode, we're going to talk all about mindset and how literally you can change your entire world around you in an instant. Before we go there, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss any more content that will help you to take your life and business to the next level. So how do you move from the person that sees nothing but problems into being more and more the person that sees nothing but opportunity? Moving into this world that we're in now, you want to be the person that sees opportunity because it's always there. Regardless of the economy, regardless of what political class is in charge, you can see opportunity if you put the right things in your brain. So I'm going to now share with you three key principles that will help you to move towards that person that sees opportunity in any environment. Principle number one is be very leery of the media that you consume. You see, the job of the news media is to inform. Their business, however, is to keep your attention on them. Why? Because they monetize, they make money through advertising. And the only way that they can sell advertising is if they have people looking at their content. And so guess what? They go out and they seek out the most dramatic, sometimes terrible things that are happening in our entire society, and they bring that in front of us all day long, every day. And so it starts to taint us. We start to think that the entire world is like that. We start to think that all the people around us are like that. That is not true. And it tends to limit our opportunities and cause us to think smaller. Okay, so again, that's point number one, is be very leery and careful of the media that you're consuming. Point number two is to be very intentional about the things that you are putting into your brain. If you're not yet practicing the habit of reading 10 pages a day, from a book that comes highly recommended from people that you admire, people that you want to be like, then you're missing out. It's a beautiful thing when you can take the words that somebody has spent years and years working on, refining, pulling together from their life experiences, and they're now hand delivering it to you to where you don't have to figure all that stuff out yourself. You can learn directly from them, stand on their shoulders. Yet all too often, we get too busy, caught up in social media, caught up in the media in general, and we don't take a few simple minutes every day to read 10 pages a day. That one practice will change everything about the way you start to see the world. Point number three is be careful how you talk to yourself. Now you might be saying, Justin, I don't talk to myself. Well, you might not out loud, but the reality is each and every human being talks to ourselves, right? That's just what we do as humans. Just like fish, they swim and they gurgle, and birds, they fly and they tweet to each other. We as human beings, we walk around and we talk to ourselves. We interpret the world around us. And so the important thing to remember here is that you can actually identify how you are talking to yourself, and you can intercept it if it's negative self-talk, and you can correct it to where it becomes positive self-talk. Okay, so here's the key to that, is to start to become aware when it's quiet and you have nothing to think about. What are you thinking about? As soon as you catch that there's any negativity there, you need to have some set affirmations. Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, those affirmations, like I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. I'm not talking about the cheesy kind. I'm talking about ones that really affirm who you really are at the core. And secondly, who you are going to become, the great things that you're going to do. Knowing me, you're aware that my mission, my passion is to wake you up to the potential inside of you. Help you to recognize the truth inside of you, the truth of who you really are. And the negativity is not aligned with that. And so as you start to identify that negative self-talk, and at that moment, you stop and you repeat affirmations. Now, it might be helpful. I know some people, they'll actually take a minute there to actually write them out or write out their goals, which can be very much aligned with those affirmations. Whatever it is that you need to do in order to interrupt that negative cycle, that negative self-talk that's causing your opportunities to diminish, and turn it to where your opportunities start to expand. That's the third point. That's a key ingredient to helping you to have a life of possibility and a life of opportunity. Now, why am I talking so much today about mindset? Because hopefully this is starting to become maybe apparent to you, is that many people can see a huge opportunity and potentially miss it. Now, why would they miss it? It's because they're consuming so much negativity from the media that they're missing out on how many opportunities there are in the world. Or maybe they just don't have a good practice of reading books, consuming them to take them into their lives. Or 3, maybe they have negativity going on in their mind and they don't know how to correct it and turn it into something positive. And that is exactly the foundation that you need to have in order to see opportunity when it is in front of you. I've recently written a book called The Upstream Model, international bestseller, and this book has the ability to help you as a well-paid professional to rise above industry disruption and to maintain your position at the center of the transaction and being well paid regardless of what's happening with big tech disruption. If you don't yet have your copy, be sure and claim it. Just like you can claim your best life, you can claim your copy of this book. Check in the links below. If you already have a copy of the book and you're eager to continue to implement and apply it, take a look at the Upstream Model course, which will give you additional guidance and resources and tools and help and accountability to help you apply the model and create massive opportunity for yourself in 2021. And remember, go think bigger.